Good morning or good evening, depending on when you get to watch this. We're on day 6 of our physical health journey, and I'm calling it physical health journey, but always remember that our bodies, our minds, and our soul are interconnected. And if you are going through stressful things and you're focused on the stressful part instead of the more positive, like what you can do about it, what you can learn from it, then your physical health is really going to suffer. I'm not a doctor, but I could say with all certainty, after 63 years of life, I know that everything is working together. When I exercise, that's why I'm doing this, because I'm in law school and I have some litigation going, one case against UAMS, a state agency, and their doctors. And so, those kinds of things can really affect a person's physical well-being, but it also helps if you're working on your physical well-being. It helps you to get those troubles you're having into perspective. There's all kinds of like hormonal things going on, and so it's really important to take care of your body. One thing that you could do if you don't have money, then there is free vitamin D coming out of that sun. And so every day, try to get outside, especially if it's sunny. But, I think the sun comes through and probably works its magic, even if it's a cloudy day. But you want to get, like my doctor recommended, a half hour a day out in the sun, and really trying to make it midday, like between 10 and 2. So if that means that you can take a walk, great. If you have reading to do because you're a student, hey, you could read outside as long as you're reading a book. Well, even if you bring your laptop out with you. So there's always ways to work in the sunshine, the vitamin D. And now we're going to do a little bit of stretching. So far I've kept all the videos down to 15 minutes or so, but I don't know, it's such a nice day and I'm really feeling great. And I hope that you'll join me and start getting a little movement in. You just need comfortable clothing. It's okay if you don't have cool yoga pants or, a fancy sweatsuit. Whatever you're wearing that's comfortable and lets you move. Let's start just opening up, coming into like a cat and cow as you go around and round, and then even try the other direction. And I don't know if this is scientifically proven, but I think listening to the birds is also helpful. And maybe even listening to the wind. Yeah. All right, coming to the center. Let's inhale, reaching the arms up over our heads. And then as you come down to the left, reach your right arm up and over. And then taking a cue from the trees, we're going to come over. Ooh, I sound like a kindergarten teacher. You reach over and coming back up. Let's just flow a bit. Coming up. Flow. And remember to take this opportunity to breathe. Let's come down to the center. And now we'll bring our legs out in front of us. And if you've been here for days 1 through 5, you know one of my favorite poses that I think is so valuable is the forward fold. So here we go. Now remember that we're all built differently. We're all at a different place in our lives. So if you can just flop right down with your chest on your thighs, then all the power to you. And if you just want to reach for your knees even, and that feels like enough, just make sure you're breathing deep. And hopefully you get to be outside doing this, but if you're not, that's okay. I hope you enjoy the sounds and the sights here on what used to be Lake Conway. It's a bit of a mud puddle now. We're gonna reach forward. Oh, yeah. And any time that you are just really enjoying a pose, you can press the pause button and stay in that pose just as long as you want. So I'm going to come up. And so when you're ready to join me, we're going to bring the left leg in front and the right leg behind into this deer pose. I hope that can all be seen. And I'm going to turn in another direction just so that you see what the back looks like. You don't turn, just I turn. Here we go. So it's with one leg behind and one in front, parallel to the front of the mat, and you're working towards having your hips parallel with each other. So that right hip is wanting to come up off the ground. Don't let it. You're in charge. Okay. So I'm going to go the way where I'm facing you now. You don't move. Okay. So here we are. And now I'm going to come forward. Oh, you can stay up if you need to. And if you're able, come down and get that little extra stretch. Oh, yeah. So inhale deep through your nose and then exhale, sigh it out. Ah. Inhale. Ah. Very nice. Again, you can hit pause and stay in that position for as long as you enjoy it. Now we're going to take the left foot, left leg, bring it back. Oh, let's pause here in on your hands and knees and do a little bit of a arch and a rounding. is called cat-cow. Oh, and it feels so good to push your hips forward when you get in the rounded position. Push your hips forward. And now that we're straight, we're going to do that deer pose on the other side. So we're going to bring the right leg forward. Now, I'm mirroring you, so I'm using my left leg and calling it our right leg. So you can actually do whichever side you want first. Now, if something is uncomfortable for you, don't do it. So I could do that on the other side, but for some reason it's making my foot cramp. Yikes. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually stretch it out. Oh, in front of me. So if you happen to be getting cramps in your foot, then this releases it. And that's what you should do in any of the poses. If they're bothering you, come out of it. Never let it go to a sharp pain. Don't try to push through the pain. We're not here to be ninjas. We're just here to be healthy. So I'm going to try one more time. Hopefully you're still in the pose. The leg behind, the left leg behind, and that's straight. The right leg is bent and your calf is parallel to the front of the mat. And then you can come down if you have that in your repertoire. Then come on down. Oh, and just let it relax. Oh, yeah, let that right hip stretch. I notice a huge difference between the two sides, and that might be true of you also. I remember on the other side, the back leg is the one that felt like it was getting the stretch. And this time I'm feeling it much more in the bent leg on the hip. So just pay attention and acknowledge how you're feeling. If you want, hit pause and take it a little longer, or come up and take that left leg, swing it around, and now we're going to be sitting in a cross-legged position again. Oh, yeah. So my eyes are closed a lot. I don't know. I think it might be partially squinting, but it's nice if you close your eyes. So I know, especially because I'm starting out at a very beginning level, and I'm giving a lot of prompts that you might want to look and see what's happening on the screen. And so go ahead and do that. You don't have to close your eyes just because I do. And now we're gonna come down to our backs, and I suppose I should turn the mat a little bit so that you can see kind of what I'm doing on my back. Okay, without putting my head down on the leaves and who knows what else. So go come down. Oh, this feels nice. If you're outside in the sun, oh, it's going to be difficult to ever get up. But let's bend our knees, and then you can see how I kind of adjusted to get my lower back pressing into the earth. And then taking my legs straight up, pushing the heels up towards the birds and the sun. Isn't that nice? I wonder what I sound like to the birds. Okay, so again, you can press pause and you can stay in this position. I've had an instructor say 20 minutes a day is really good for your thyroid. Well, I can't really attest to that because I have one time gone in this position for about 20 minutes, but it does feel good, and I'm sure it's doing some kind of work. And if not, well, it just feels good. So when you're ready, bring your knees in. You can grab the backs of your thighs and then rock gently side to side. Giving yourself a little massage. And then we're going to bring the arms out in a T position, dropping the knees to the right and looking out over the left. Or if your eyes are closed, just turning your head. Okay. And now you should feel a great twist. And if this is not accessible to you, try putting a pillow or some blocks underneath the knees. And now we're going to bring the knees back to the center and over to the other side. Someday I'll tell you my favorite other side joke. But you'll have to come back to hear it. I'm not telling it today. So here we are. Breathing and enjoying. You might lose your instructor. She might fall asleep on you. Start snoring. Bring the knees back to the center. And now just walk them out. Let your feet flop to the sides. Your hands are down the sides. Okay. And now roll to the right. And bring yourself up. Oh. Well, there we are. What a great way to spend time. Thank you for joining me.